Welcome to Manchester City, Manuel. How does it feel to be the new manager of Manchester City Football Club?
Thank you very much. Very proud. Really, I'm very proud to be the man that Manchester City choose to work with the club the next year.
You're taking over, of course, from Roberto Mancini, who brought the club success after very many years without a trophy. How does it feel to be stepping into that position?
Well, I think that Roberto made a great job here in Manchester. It's not easy to win the title after 44 years, but I think we start now a new, I don't know how to say, cycle maybe, or new the style of club, adding what Roberto has done all the other years. But I hope that Manchester will start, as I said, another way of feeling football.
Just what was it that attracted you to the job?
Well, a lot of things. I had another important offers for important clubs, but the most important thing for me, after I spoke with Khaldun, with Chiki, with Ferran, that I'm sure that we can make a great management team to reach the target what Manchester City wants from the next year. That's what very, very important is, for me to take the decision. The second thing is that I think, I don't think, I'm sure, we have the best squad of the Premier League. So we have wonderful players and we can reach important titles in the next 3 or 4 seasons here in Manchester. Manchester City also has incredible fans. I think we have all in the club to be successful, and that's what I need in the next years.
Ever since you were first linked to the position, our fans have been trying to find out everything they can about you. Is there anything you can tell us that maybe they haven't discovered just yet?
Well, I don't know what they haven't discovered. No, but I can tell all the fans of Manchester City that I work very hard. Really, I'm very persistent on what I want to reach. I always, in the other clubs, take the best of all the players that work with me, and together, my way of working, the wonderful players and all the fans, I think we can do a great job for the club. That is what I can tell them.
What style of play will you bring to City, and what do you think you can bring to the club that will be different from what we've seen before?
I like an attractive football and attacking football, so all the people to go to the stadium can see a wonderful. It's not show exactly the word, but I am sure that they will enjoy the way we will play. We are not going to be a team that scores a goal and goes back waiting for a counter attack. We will try to always play in the opponent pitch and do an attractive football.
This, of course, is your first experience of the Premier League. What do you think are the main differences between the Premier League and La Liga, and how do you think you will adapt to the new league?
I'm sure 100% that I will not have any problem to be in the Premier League. I work in 4 different countries in my career, in Chile, Argentina, Ecuador and Spain for about 9 years, and now in England. I know a lot about the Premier League. I have played against Manchester twice in Premier League, against Arsenal. I always seen the match every weekend that they play in the Premier League. So I don't have any problem in that sense. I will adapt without problems.
And from your previous experiences, what is the perception of Manchester City in Spain and in Chile?
Well, it's a club that is growing year by year. And in Chile, maybe it's a new club. It's not the most famous club in Chile, but here in Spain, I think what Manchester is doing the last 4 years is really very important things. And personally, I really appreciate the way they are growing after the owners bought the club.
You've had a lot of success throughout your career, most recently with Malaga, breaking some club records, I believe, along the way. How do you think your time at Malaga will help when you come to Manchester City?
I think all my experience will help me to arrive to Manchester City. With Malaga, I reached the quarterfinal of Champions League. With Villarreal also quarterfinal and semi-final, and all my experience I think it will be very useful here for me to arrive with Manchester to win the champion. That's my target.
As you've mentioned, we have a very, very talented squad. Just how much are you looking forward to beginning work with them?
Well, as soon as we could. But now we have 1 month before I start. I really have a lot of expecting to start the new season and to work with the players to see how much we can advance in the way we want to play, and I'm sure we are going to have a very good season.
Pablo Zabaleta, of course, was a junior at San Lorenzo when you were there.
Yes.
What do you know about our other players?
Yes, Pablo Zabaleta was a junior player when I worked in San Lorenzo 2001, 2002. But I know a lot of all the players of Manchester City. I know the players that played here in Spain, and like Silva, Agüero, and I know all about the players of the squad.
Chiqui Bergenstein was the man who sold the club to you, Manuel, and you've already worked closely with Brian Marwood. Can you explain to us just how those relationships will work going forward?
I think it's very important, the relation with both of them. With Chiqui for the first team, for the professional squad. And with Brian also, I think for me, all the academy, all the young players are very important for I think also for the club it's very important to development as better players. Every day, I think we have to have contacts with Brian. I think the club invests a lot of money in young players, and that's one of my duty here in Manchester City. I think we must be very close, working very close, and know everyone what happened in both things, in this first squad, the professional squad, and the young team.
And we understand, like all new coaches, you'll bring a number of your own backroom staff from Malaga. Can you tell us just a little bit about who will be joining you at Manchester City and what their roles will be at the club?
Yes, of course. They will come with me to Manchester. Just three. Rubén Causilla, that's my assistant coach. José Cabello, that is a physical trainer. And Xavi Mancisidor, that is the goalkeeper trainer. Just three more people with me.
And our fans will be delighted to hear that former player Brian Kidd will be staying with the club. Have your paths crossed before?
No, I never met with him before, but I just spoke with him, and he's very important for me to stay here in the club. I need him. He knows all about the club. He knows all about the Premier League. So for me, it's very important, and he agreed to stay with me. So I'm really happy about that also.
How do you see Brian's contribution to the club and how he has handled events in recent weeks?
It was not easy to finish this season. After Roberto Mancini finished, he had to work with the team in the last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks, I think. was not easy for him, but I think he has a lot of experience here in the English football. He knows all about the squad. I think he really did a very good job.
We heard from our chairman about his hopes for the team and the club for the future. Have you any immediate aspirations personally, or have you set yourself any targets or goals?
No, the most successful targets I want to have here. Everyone knows that if you arrive to a club as Manchester City, you must need to win titles. I think Manchester City invests a lot of money for improving every year the squad, to try every year to win titles. It was not successful in winning some title, but I'm sure the next we are going to win maybe the Premier League, the Champions League, but we try to win it all.
We've also recently seen the appointment of Patrick Vieira as head coach of the elite development squad. How much are you looking forward to working alongside him?
Well, I think Patrick Vieira was a very important player here in Manchester City. I think he's a very important player. He's just starting his career, and he has a lot of things to learn, to teach to all the players. We will be always in touch with him. We will call him in these days, so we can work in the same way. So Manchester City can have one style, the way we play the football. So for me, also very important to work with him, and we will be always very nearest working.
And we also have very exciting developments in the City Football Academy and the youth development. How important do you think that is for the future?
Very important for the future. I think it's impossible for one club to always, every year, invest a lot of money in important players. We always need to invest, but it's very important that every year one or two players arrive from the academy to the first team. I think it's one of our job here in Manchester City, and I hope we can reach that with Brian.
And just finally, Manuel, our fans are very, very excited to hear from you. What would you say to them? What message would you give to them as they prepare to welcome you to Manchester?
Well, really, my first message is to tell all the supporters, all the fans of Manchester City that they will enjoy the season. I'm sure they will enjoy the way our team will play. We will play, as I said, an attractive play, an offensive play, and I'm sure that all of us together will reach all the targets Manchester City deserves.